Hey everybody, Drew here from Pella Cars. Absolutely honored to bring you guys this beautiful 1997 Nissan Cedric Gran Turismo. It is all the way from Yokohama, Japan. This car is like new inside and out. It was extremely well maintained by its one previous owner, and it has 82,884 kilometers, which translates to 51,502 miles. So there are very, very few cosmetic flaws on this car, and it's mechanically perfect. And what we're going to do in this video is walk around the car together, and I'm going to point out any flaw that wouldn't jump out to you in photographs, so there's no surprises if you buy this car online. And of course, we'd love to meet you in person, and we don't want you to be surprised when you get here either, because being, its age, it does have a few very small flaws. So up front, other than this bug there, the grille, the hood, everything is just in absolutely wonderful shape. There is a bullseye right there. I'm not sure if you can see that. It's almost like if a BB hits glass kind of thing. There's a chip, a very, very small chip, but with a circle around it, if you will, in the glass fog light there. And there's a little scratch underneath the bumper. Not sure if you could see that. Tiny, absolutely tiny little dimple right there. But really not much to say about the front. It's in absolutely beautiful shape. Walking around the side of the vehicle here, there is no drama whatsoever on this fender or the door. We'll get you a nice side view there, like no dings or anything like that. The wheels are actually very pretty, and they're in fantastic condition. These are 16s. Toyota was still putting 15s on their Crown this year. So they are, Nissan being a little sportier of a car. They're 15s, and the Yokohama tires are in great shape. Just a beautiful wheel, and as you can see, I'm not sure if you can see in there, but the brakes are in great shape as well. Again, moving down the side of the vehicle, just nothing bad to say about it anywhere. There's a couple bug splatters here on the mirror, which I'm certain will come off. Roof skin is in wonderful shape. Just a beautiful, beautiful vehicle. It has, by the way, the VQ30DE. It is the non-turbo 3-liter V6 that you would have found in various Infinities, and of course the Nissan Maxima and some other cars. The trunk on this, just look at that beautiful Nissan logo. Just other than some dirt that was missed, there we go. So the logos are in beautiful shape. They're quite stunning with a silver face, but a gold kind of background, if you will. It is the Gran Turismo, again, non-turbo. One of the things that's absolutely incredible about this vehicle, again, being a 1987, look underneath it. No rust to speak of. Just absolutely stunning. Rear lights are in great shape. This vehicle has definitely not had any paint work. There's a chip there and there, which can and will be touched up. But again, look down the side, not so much as a door ding to speak of. Wheels are in excellent condition. I'll show you underneath the front of the vehicle as well. Just absolutely incredible. Inside, outside, underneath, all of it. So I'm going to show you guys inside the car. Of course, being from Japan, it is right-hand drive. And yes, that's legal in the United States. There's some states that have gotten a little bit funky. Of course, if you're watching this in California, forget about it. But here in New York State and, the vast majority of the country, these have safety-only inspections. There's some big cities throughout the country that have an emissions inspection on top of their state inspection that this might not pass. But if you're in New York State, no problem at all. Just absolutely wonderful. It has some really interesting features, too. I love the style of the trunk pull there. By the way, since we're at the trunk, there is some staining on the floor there, if you can see it. But all in all, in great condition. Little chip right there. Not sure if you could see that. Little tiny chip. It has a pull-away seat, which I have canceled. There's a cancel button, but when you put the key in, it moves the seat forward. When you take it out, it moves it back a little bit. But we're going to get in here. The inside of this car is just about perfect. There's one small mark. I'll show you with the key. There's one small mark in the headliner, which I'm 50-50 about being able to get out. There's one small mark right there on the seat. Again, I'm going to take the key and show you size reference. Hopefully that should come out. I've been doing this for a very long time and have never seen gray doilies. These are just absolutely incredible. Let me zoom out for you. gray. It's funny because it's a sportier car. This is like a sportier fabric. It's almost like kind of like gym short material or something like that. Just absolutely beautiful. Nice thick carpeting with these logos, the Gran Turismo logo on it. Probably the most interesting feature of this car is the navigation system. So it is a glass screen like a television. It takes a moment to turn on. Let's see here. There we go. So it does not have any movement. It doesn't have anything. What you're seeing on your screen is we're going way, 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 way back to when we had glass televisions. That's what this is behind the touch membrane. And to my eyes here in person, those gray bars are not moving across it. That's just an interference between the frequency of my camera and that screen. It does have television, but unfortunately television in the United States is switched to digital, so it doesn't get any signals. But what's really strange is it picks up some random FM radio stations. Japanese cars get from 76 FM to 90 FM, rather than like our 88.7 or 87.7 or whatever to 107 point whatever. The television function on this actually picks up audio from some FM signals that a Japanese car should never get. But probably definitely my favorite feature is this. So you've got a car from 1997 with a television screen and a video input. I will absolutely, hopefully before this sells, be hooking up a Nintendo 64 in here just to say I did it, because it's from the same era. So imagine playing like Smash Brothers on the color screen of your JDM car. Just absolutely awesome. It's got plenty of Japanese for you. Some of the dashboards in these cars can be disappointing when they don't have any Japanese. There's plenty of Japanese writing on this, and you can just use the Google Translate app to use that. And by the way, the navigation in this, for whatever reason, you should be like way out in the ocean. It just should not show anything. But I guess it thinks we're in Japan based on our satellites, and it gets confused. But there is movement. When we take it for a test drive, you'll see that. Speaking of which, this car drives as good as it looks, and we're going to do that in a moment. Just want to take you guys again for just a little bit more tour of the inside. You saw the only two flaws that I could think of. Perhaps there's a little bit of discoloration in the seat there, like that bolster versus that bolster. But then again, I guess they're a different color from the factory, so never mind that. The driver's seat's perfect. Back seat looks like it was never sat in, not to be cliche. Again, the gray doilies are awesome. If doilies aren't your thing, they do, of course, come off. This car does not have a tobacco smell, but there was definitely a time that the ashtray was used. So maybe it was like a passenger that didn't do it very frequently. I'm not sure. But let's see here. We've got a little visitor here. And he's in the vent, even better. Okay, now he's angry. All right, didn't get stung. Very good. So, take this for a drive for you guys. Hard to see the whole big incident, but so again, being the VQ30, there's plenty of parts. Anything you should ever need for this car, engine-wise, is available in the United States. For the most part, things like your alternator and all that should be able to be sourced here because there's Infinitis and Nissans available with the same engine. And just want to show you under the hood before I forget, it is the VQ30DE, naturally aspirated, nice big 6-cylinder, plenty of power, and extremely clean under the hood, as you see. And again, most importantly, up to date on all of its maintenance. So, one thing before we go to, I should show you, the previous owner had the automatic transmission serviced, new fluid put in, it looks like in 2006, and it just had an oil change before it left Japan. Of course, all of our cars come with a fresh full synthetic oil change and filter change. This is no exception. It'll get Mobil 1 and a Wix filter, because we, want to make sure that it's perfect for you when you pick it up, but it did just have an oil change. It's got, excellent tires, excellent oil, all of its maintenance is up to date. Again, this thing drives as good as it looks. It's got if you're a JDM fan, it's got a much tighter and sportier feel to it than a Toyota Crown It's decently powerful. It's by no means underwhelming, but again, it is not the turbo model. It is naturally aspirated, so we're not, of course, going to hammer on it or anything, but it shouldn't disappoint, but it certainly won't thrill. So going to get up to some highway speeds here. Just an absolutely lovely car. As you see there in the navigation, it shows me moving. It just thinks I'm driving like randomly across mountains through valleys and whatever, which is definitely cool. It's kind of neat to watch that. I've enjoyed it the little bit I've driven the car. I'm going to enjoy it even more, more with the Nintendo 64 hooked up, but obviously there's no like US map available for that. That's just not a thing. But as you see there on highway speeds, got up to highway speeds, braked down from highway speeds. Car just drives absolutely perfect. One of my favorite things about the driving characteristic of the Nissan Gloria and Cedric is the steering. The steering has just a very heavy in a good way. Like, it doesn't take a lot of effort, but you definitely know you're steering the car. Probably the best steering, in the top 3 best steering of any car out there. So that again is highway speeds. I'm going to get on the brakes for you guys really hard. There we go. Just to show that there's no shakes, shimmies, or pulls or anything like that. But yeah, so that wraps it up. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you found this at all entertaining or helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. We do have a decent amount of JDM cars come through here, and the videos are always posted on this channel. Again, I'm Drew. If you want to buy this car, you can call me directly. You can do so through the website, www.pellacars.com, or again, call me directly, 585-771-0111 to arrange shipping to you or to schedule your in-person test drive. Again, we would love to meet you in person, but we can absolutely drop ship you this car. So anyways, thanks for your time. Take care. Goodbye.